A silent threat often hides behind the mask of what people consider good health. It's a silent killer. It's often invisible, but it is so deadly. It's a condition that is often considered to be harmless, most times overlooked, but it has earned the nickname, the silent killer. It is a harsh reality for most people, like a silent thief, stealing people, stealing memories, stealing the very people we care about, stealing their lives. The silent killer. Hypertension is the silent killer. It can lead to heart attacks, strokes, and the many incidents you hear about, like someone waking up in the morning and suddenly falling down and they are no more. That's why we call it the silent killer. Sometimes it gives you no warning sign. It just strikes. And when it strikes really hard. It can rob individuals of their vitality, their dreams, and ultimately their lives. It is time to break this silence. By understanding and shedding more light on this silent killer, we hope that we would empower you and empower everyone watching to be able to take control of their lives. Hi everyone, it's Dr. Mokunle Abioye here, the resident doctor at Your Health. Today we are talking about a disease condition that affects millions of people worldwide, hypertension or high blood pressure. I hope you stay relaxed and watch up until the end, because we are going to give you everything you need to know about this silent killer. Hypertension or high blood pressure just simply means when your blood pressure, the pressure in your blood vessels are too high, and they are usually denoted with two figures. One is the systolic and one is the diastolic. Like to be, for example, 120/80. The 120 is the systolic, the 80 is the diastolic. And those figures I just mentioned now is what the normal blood pressure should be like, around 120/80. If it's less than that, up to some range, it is okay. But whenever it is consistently higher than 135/85 or 140/90, then that's high blood pressure. Guys, the first step towards knowing whether you are hypertensive or you have high blood pressure, or your parents do, is to measure your blood pressure. And you can measure it using a digital BP monitor, what we call a sphygmomanometer. Guys, if you need a BP monitor, you can click on the link. We'll link you up to a discount sale so that you can get it. Let's move on with the video. So what are the dangers of this silent killer? As we have said, most times it doesn't give any symptoms. Sometimes people feel serious headache or blurry vision or chest pain, but most times there are usually no symptoms. But it causes danger. It causes problems lurking underneath what looks like good health. I'll just mention 5 in this video. Number 1, it can cause heart disease. Hypertension, when it is untreated, can cause serious heart disease. It can increase the risk of heart attack or heart failure. People that drop dead, sometimes they start being breathless. Long-term untreated hypertension can cause heart failure or heart attack, so it affects the heart. Number 2, it affects also the kidneys. Long-term untreated hypertension or high blood pressure, this silent killer, can lead to kidney damage or kidney failure ultimately. Number 3, it can cause stroke. When there's high blood pressure, it can lead to damage of the blood vessels in the brain, and people can come down with stroke and they land in the hospital. Emergency conditions could be the first time the person will discover that they have untreated hypertension or high blood pressure. And the last one is it can also cause vision problems. It can also damage the tiny blood vessels in the eye, leading to visual damage and vision loss. Guys, I've said it earlier, the first step towards taking control is to know your blood pressure. You can get a home BP monitor. Click the link in the description and buy a home BP monitor. Check for all your family members and you can start taking control. As we have said, once it is above 140/90 millimeters of mercury, then that is hypertension, and you need to see your doctor so that you can be taken care of. Let's move on to the next section of the video. So let's talk about what are the causes of hypertension or the risk factors. What makes it likely that someone might develop this silent killer? Number 1 is genetics or family history. Let's go straight to it. If your parents are hypertensive or they were diagnosed with high blood pressure, the likelihood that the children would have it too is increased or is high. So family or genetics. Also, when you are of black origin, like an African, like I am, it is more likely that you can develop hypertension. Number 2 is lifestyle. Lifestyle choices can increase the risk significantly of developing this silent killer. Your diet. What are you eating? Are you eating processed food? Are you eating food high in salt? Are you eating food that is often sugary and all that? They can increase your risk of developing high blood pressure. Exercise. Are you exercising regularly? And excessive alcohol consumption. How much alcohol are you drinking? All this, if not properly done, can increase your risk of developing this silent killer. Then age. Blood pressure tends to increase with age. So the older someone gets, the more likely they can develop high blood pressure. So our parents, our older parents, older siblings, they are more likely to develop hypertension than the younger ones. And lastly, let's talk about stress. Stress, everybody faces it in this modern world. When it is chronic or long-term, chronic stress can lead to elevated blood pressure also. So guys, these are the factors that you should watch out for that could make you at increased risk of developing this silent killer. There are locks at the back of good health. Guys, I have a good news for you. The good news is that this silent killer can be managed, and it doesn't have to steal your life, steal your memories, steal the people you really love. What are the ways to go around it? Number one is the lifestyle modification that we have to pay attention to. The things we do in our daily life play a role towards the development and the progression of high blood pressure. So what can we do? Let's look at our diet. What are we eating? Eat more healthy diet. We all know this. Stay away from processed food as much as possible, or reduce it as much as possible, and go towards natural foods like fruits and vegetables and fiber and things that is high in fiber. All these are going to reduce your risk or help even manage your blood pressure if it's already there. Another thing that we can do in the lifestyle modification is exercise. Guys, just a 30 minutes exercise each week can significantly help you manage your blood pressure or even reduce your risk of developing it. So guys, make sure you get those muscles running. Make sure you are active each week so that you can reduce your risk and so that you can manage your increased blood pressure more. Another important factor is weight management. Too much weight is not good. You have to reduce your weight. Check food, check exercise, and you can use other methods that you can discuss with your general practitioner or your doctors on ways to reduce weight. Weight loss is a very, very important tool towards the control of your blood pressure. And then the last two things I'll talk about is stress management and limiting your alcohol intake. Limit your alcohol intake to bare minimums and manage stress. We all have to go through stress in our lives. We can't do without it, but manage it appropriately so that it doesn't affect your life. Guys, the truth is that in many cases, these lifestyle modifications might not be enough to control your blood pressure when it has developed already. You need to go see your doctor. Most times you need to be placed on medications to help you reduce your blood pressure to normal levels so that you can live healthy and live long. Guys, take control of your health. Take control of the health of your loved ones, of the people you really care about. Don't let the silent killer steal them from you. Guys, we have come to the end of the video. Remember, hypertension is a serious condition, but it is preventable and it is manageable. By taking the steps to lower your blood pressure, you can reduce your risk of all these conditions that it can lead to, and you can increase your chances of living long. Guys, subscribe to the channel at Your Health. We are here to bring you health info that really matters. Your health really matters, and we love you. See you in another video. Avoid the silent killer.